Good day and welcome to another episode of Drew's Book Reviews. So today we're doing the Nerdy Narrative book tag. This book tag was originally created by the Codex Cantina, which I'll try to link below. And it was actually created for as kind of a YouTube gift, I guess, for the Nerdy Narrative channel, which I'll also link below. So if you're interested, stay tuned. That is coming right up. Alright, so the Nerdy Narrative book tag. Let's get right into it, shall we? This will be fun. Alright, so the first question. Category, science fiction. What is a futuristic or imaginative element in a book that you are glad is not real? I would have to say for that one, probably the Shrike from Dan Simmons' Hyperion Cantos. That monster is just scary, just creepy. The way this time-traveling monster going through time that has the power to basically control the destiny of anyone involved with it, especially that cross-parasite that comes with that, and how it just kind of embeds in you and puts you through perpetual resurrection, beholden to this religious dogmatic authority. I would have to say for sure, probably that from Dan Simmons' Hyperion Cantos is definitely one thing from a science fiction book that I'm glad is not real. I mean, that thing is just scary. Alright, so question number 2, horror. What has been the scariest moment for you while reading a book? You know, there's actually been a few. I'm not sure what I could say is really the scariest. I know when I first read Dracula, that kind of creeped me out. I remember I had really bad dreams about that. I also remember from reading Sword of Truth, in the Sword of Truth world, Third Kingdom, with the Shuntuk undead warriors in the Third Kingdom coming to hunt you down and devour you. I actually had dreams about being hunted and devoured and eaten alive by these Shuntuk warriors. So that was pretty creepy there. So definitely there's been some creepy elements, not strictly from horror books themselves. I don't generally read horror. In many cases, just not a genre I'm that into. I love horror elements within my books, but not necessarily the horror genre itself. So there is those two aspects. Those ones were kind of creeped me out, I guess, or scared me. It's the best way to put that. Fantasy. What would you import from a fantasy world into our own world? You know, for that one, I'd have to say, you know, maybe the Stormlight from the Stormlight Archive, because that's just, and the Spren from the, not all the Spren, mind you. I think it would be terrible to live in a world where people can tell what you're thinking and feeling simply based off of the Spren that pop up around you. But, you know, maybe the Honor Spren, where they can bond with individuals and to unlock these powers for those that are worthy of that bond and honorable people. I think the world could stand to benefit from having honorable people bonded and, you know, running the world essentially, or being keepers of global peace. Definitely, I think that would be a huge benefit if we could have the Honor Spren mixed with the Stormlight from the Stormlight Archive. That would be good, but limit it there, because like I said, to have all the Spren come in, and that would just be chaotic, and just, I don't know how we could live with that. All right, comic and manga. What comic have you enjoyed or have you wanted to check out? Well, I'm not a big comic book or manga reader, but I have read graphic novels on occasion. There is actually set on my shelf. It is Brandon Sanderson's White Sands. The White Sands books. This is on my TBR list. This is coming up. It is a graphic novel series, and I think I've got Brandon Sanderson has a new graphic novel coming out. I'm drawing a blank as to what it even is, but I got it on pre-order right now. So essentially, I mean, if Brandon Sanderson's involved in it, I'm probably going to want to read it. So right now, these ones, the White Sands series is on my TBR list. So as far as comic or manga goes, this is on my TBR. So this is one I'm definitely wanting to check out. Literary fiction and classics. What's a classic book that you've been meaning to get into but haven't yet? Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm not entirely sure, actually. There's a lot of classics out there, and I certainly haven't read them all. War of the Worlds, maybe? I don't think I've actually read War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. Yeah, I'm gonna go with War of the Worlds on this one. Perhaps one day I'll actually get around to reading it. So we'll kind of see what happens there. Definitely, there are probably a lot of classics that I just haven't gotten around to, just haven't read yet. So I think that's probably the only one I could really think of off the top of my head. If you haven't figured this out, I'm doing this on the fly. No pre-planning, just going through the questions and seeing what my immediate response is. The Busy Bee. What book would you like to share with all of your friends? Honestly, if I had to pick any book series to share with my friends, it would easily be Brandon Sanderson's Stormlight Archive. Absolutely love those books. They are by far the best fantasy series that I have ever read, and by far my favorite ongoing fantasy series ever written. So Stormlight Archive, and if not that, probably The Wheel of Time, but Stormlight Archive for sure. The Influencer. If you could have influenced an author to make a different decision in a book, what would it have been? Okay, doing a voiceover on this one because I realized I screwed it up when I was filming after I put it all together. Anyway, for this one, I would have to go with Larry Niven's Ringworld. I really didn't like the way he portrayed women in this book. They were portrayed as simply eye candy, something to keep the men company, basically there to be a sex toy and meet men's needs when they felt that they needed it. I just really didn't feel like it was a very good, well-represented idea of what women are or what they should be, and it was really disappointing to see that within this book as well. So definitely, if I could influence any author to make a change, it would definitely be Larry Niven's portrayal of women in the Ringworld book series. It wasn't good, I didn't enjoy it, and it was honestly one of the reasons why I didn't like that series as much as I had hoped I would, given how much praise the book series as a whole seems to have. So yeah, that is one thing where I would change if I could. The Birthday Wish. What book do you want for your birthday? What I would love is the Cosmere collection of books in leather-bound editions that Brandon Sanderson sells from his website. That I would absolutely love for my birthday. Really, any of them. Whether that's Elantris, Mistborn, Way of Kings, any of them, I would love to have the leather-bound editions of those books from Brandon Sanderson's website. They come with a hefty price tag, but I think it's worth it, and if I could ever afford to drop that much on one book at a time, I just might be tempted to give in. But that is what I would absolutely love for my birthday. All right, and the invite. Who are you inviting to your BookTube party? I'm gonna just put this out there. If you're a booktuber, I invite you to my party. I'm open to anybody. Let's have an open party, invite everybody in, and let's have a party. Let's have a BookTube party. That would be absolutely a blast. Or to think of any particular booktubers off the top of my head, there'd be Books Before Death, Dragon Army Books, Alex Nieves. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong if you see this video. So just a few I can think of off the top of my head. And of course, the Nerdy Narrative. I'd definitely have the Nerdy Narrative at my BookTube party. But in general, I would probably just have it as a open party where anybody who wants to come can come and enjoy and just have a party. Yeah! Alright, so there you have it. There is the Nerdy Narrative BookTube, or Nerdy Narrative book tag for you. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, you can reach me on Twitter and Instagram, where I am primarily most active. And you could also support me on Patreon. I'll have that link below. For as little as $1 per month, you can sign up on Patreon and get early access to videos and get perks like your names in the credits, and also have the opportunity to even pick my next read should you choose to sign up for that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and we will see you next time on the next episode of Drew's Book Reviews. Until then, keep on reading. Bye.